I wasn't going to come up again, but I wanted to just be clear that this isn't a discussion about whether we should have facilities or not. This is a discussion about how this council is going to move forward, how this city is going to move forward, and respect the people who have voted overwhelmingly for this. So I just want to make that clear, and I thank you all again for your work on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Please come forward. I did not see you, and you have not had a chance to speak at this meeting, so go right ahead. No, yep.
My name is Philip Nestle, 14,000 Rackville. I applaud the council who voted 4-2 at the last council meeting to uphold the minimum 2,500-foot distance. I applaud this council tonight for compromising and making 2,500 a minimum distance throughout the entirety of the city. As I understand it, you've taken off the table 500 and 1,000, and we now have, all through this document, a minimum of 2,500 feet. That, I believe, is the only way the ballot could even be considered, because 2,500 feet was a minimum of distance for everything, including marijuana establishments and so forth, as well as schools, churches, libraries, residential areas. I want to applaud your time taken to come to this vote. While some may discredit the fact that this is an easy ballot issue, our city in 2019, in Taylor Crime Analytics, reported that becoming a victim of either violent or property crime in Taylor is a 1 in 51 chance. That means in this room, likely 2 of us have the chance of violent crime happening or property crime. We don't want that higher. Right now we are at 90% crime in Taylor, and that is higher than 90% of the cities and towns of all sizes in this state. Your caution, we appreciate. The very fact that you would deliberate as you have is a concern to us because of our children, because of the effect that it can have on their lives. Tonight, I'm grateful that you have removed in paragraphs pages 2, 4, 5, and 8 any distances other than 2,500. And my prayer and encouragement is, if you vote yes, that you don't vote yes with the intention of changing that fact. This should be a decision to guard our children and the next generation. Thank you.
Thank you. Please come forward.
I just want to say one more thing. I've lived in Taylor all my life pretty much, and when I was a kid, my only mode of transportation was my feet. So I would walk a lot, and I had friends that would walk a lot. And one thing that is very true is that the straightest line through a city is going to be a railroad track. So if you want to go somewhere, you get on the railroad track. Some people here might have done that. I've done that a lot. And you walk on that railroad track. I don't understand how a railroad track is a barrier of any sort unless a train is parked on it permanently. I don't see it. I don't understand it. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I just can't remember it. Thank you. I just want to say that.
Any further discussion on the motion that is before us?
John Riley, 25913 Maple Drive. I wasn't going to speak tonight, but Mr. Chairman, City Council, and elected officials, let me say thank you for the job that you do. I've served as an elected official on the school board for a number of years here, and I know how difficult decisions can be that you make. So I just want to ask you, as you're contemplating this decision, to please do your homework. Please make sure that what you are voting on is exactly what's written there, so that there's not confusion. I understand that there was a proposal on our ballot. 56% of our city voted yes. I was not one of those, and I stand proud to say that I wasn't. And I do not appreciate people saying, please do this for all the citizens of Taylor, because I wasn't one of those. But I do respect the democratic process, and you have to act accordingly. So please vote what is on the ballot. Please do your homework, and please make sure that it's the right decision that you make for the city.
any further discussion from the audience?
Michael Jones, 22433 Walbach Street. I'm part of the 44% that voted against it, but I respect that 56% voted for it. But every sign we had in front of our church, every sign I had in front of my house opposing it was vandalized by someone in the 56%, I'm assuming. So I appreciate it if you keep them 2,500 feet away from churches, schools, places like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further, please come forward.
Thank you so much. I think, just one last time, this is as close as we're going to get to the first reading. It's a first reading. This is an opportunity to, after a lot of delays and a lot of debate, actually make something happen in the past. Of course, 41% didn't ask for it, but guess what? Guess how democracy is working. Nobody on this council, I don't think, got more than, what, 12%, 13%? Mr. Mayor, I'm having one, we begin with about 51%. 56% is a big number in this way. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Councilwoman Whitten.
I just want to clarify, this is a first reading, and my vote tonight, and then subsequent will be conditional upon us receiving the information on how an interstate or railroad track impacts what parcels, and again, I don't need parcel numbers, just locations and how many. I think we need, so we're not in the same boat we were when we originally voted in the last meeting, that we actually have the information we can use to vote on this.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilman Ramick. Motion to approve the first reading of an ordinance to amend Appendix A of the City of Taylor zoning ordinance to include Article 11, adult use marijuana, document labeled revised 4/4/2023 with modifications. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Motion passes.
No, doesn't he?
Reminder.
Yeah. He doesn't gavel that down.
Let's move on. Item 7.10 on the modified agenda is a motion to approve the first reading of an ordinance titled Marijuana Commercial Businesses, Chapter 11, and to repeal the existing Chapter 11, Articles 1, 2, and 3.
Make that motion.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilman Ramick. I will point out and also allow the clerk to weigh in. I do have some proposed language, and I'm going to scold myself because I didn't write it out. I didn't pass it out, so nobody's perfect. So, myself included. These gentlemen probably have heard that said somewhere. Under Section 11-9, issuance of provisional approval certificate, I had a question, Mr. Plato. If we need to specify how a tiebreaker is determined, right? Is 11.31, I'm trying to see how these two are interrelated. And let me go back. If two businesses go to the clerk's office on the exact same day, and both apply, and they have all the requirements, they're in the same area, right? So only, and they're within 2,500 feet. I believe what the city clerk has brought up is, how do you perform a tiebreaker? And the question is, under the rules promulgated that talks about 11.31, can the clerk determine that? Or alternately, do we need to add a provision under 11.9, so if you see E, right, would there need to be a provision such that if two or more restrictions. A random drawing of one application shall determine which application shall be granted.